Just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Oh!
You're now tuned into Klive's Kitchen, Kookin With Kraven, hosted by me, Klive Kraven. Stay tuned for a dope recipe that'll fill your fat gut to the next level and beyond. Nothing but the illest meals, only on Klive's Kitchen.
You won't get no dessert till you clean off your plate, so eat it. Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg and feed it.
Welcome to Klive's Kitchen, you're cooking with Kraven. Today we're gonna get into a classic dish, kebabs, but with a twist. We're gonna do chicken pizza kebabs. We're gonna be banging, stick around, you're cooking with Kraven. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get our pizza seasoning together, or our spice and seasoning. It's gonna be put onto the chicken right before we put it in. So first thing I got here is a little bit of parsley flakes, fresh. We're gonna go ahead, start off, a little parsley in the mix. We'll all do this by eye. Some crushed red pepper, some spice. I like a little bit more. We're gonna put this a little bit in there. A little bit of sage, gives that earthy kind of flavor. Don't want to go crazy with that. Some oregano. A couple shakes of oregano. Then some Montreal steak seasoning, one of my favorites. It's got a little bit of everything in there. Go ahead and add some Goldminded hamburger seasoning. Also another one of my favorite seasons. A lot of flavor in there, a lot of stuff mixed in. Tabs of that. Got some garlic powder. Go light on the garlic powder. You don't want to go crazy with that. A couple little light shakes of that to give it a little bit of garlic flavor. And some pepper. A little pepper in there. Don't be afraid to hit it with the pepper. Just a little bit of salt. Go ahead and just kind of want to blend it together with a fork. Mix it all together. I'm going to use this to coat the chicken before we put it on into the oven. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to actually get the kebab started. So, got my skewer. We're going to start off with the skewer. We're going to take our chicken, skewer our chicken on, slide it down, slide a mushroom down, the onion, the pepper. You're going to want to repeat that. Just follow that same format. Meat, mushroom, onion, pepper. Oh. Bam. Just want to keep that going till you fill your kebab up all the way. Doesn't take very long. Once you start sliding all the veggies on, this shit fills up fast. Actually, I'm not going to use that many mushrooms. I'm going to save that for the next one. I'm going to finish this out with just onion, chicken, and pepper. once you get everything that you want on, you want to go ahead and give everything a little bit of space. Just spread everything a little bit, just so it gets room to cook evenly all the way through. You don't want everything spaced real far, just a little bit. Make sure you get everything you want on there first, of course. Mushrooms falling apart on me. Piece of shit. There we go. See that? Everything just gets a little bit of space. So now it has room to cook. Any pieces fall off, save them for the other one. We're gonna go ahead and prepare the rest of these like this. So now, as you can see, we got all these completely assembled, all 4 kebabs. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take some Italian dressing. We're gonna use our brush. Bring this a little closer so we don't spill it. We're gonna take our brush. You're just gonna wanna bathe the kebabs in a little bit of Italian dressing. Don't be afraid to give them a nice coating. It's gonna add flavor, help keep it moist and juicy during the cooking. Don't be afraid to add the Italian dressing. After you get that one side done, we go ahead, flip it over, get the other side, same way. Go ahead, get the next one, go through, get all these like this. Like I said, do not be afraid to give the solid coating of this. All it's going to do is add flavor, more moisture. Don't forget to flip them over. You want to make sure you completely get these drenched with that Italian dressing. Adds a lot of flavor. Definitely locks in that moisture. Alright, we're on the last one now. Keep brushing these down. I'm almost ready to put these in the oven. Which, by the way, you should have your oven preheating by now to 400 degrees. Spin this over. The last little bath. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do, now that you got them bathed, they got the Italian dressing on them, you go ahead and we're going to take this herb mix that we put together, this pizza seasoning mix. Just going to want to go over them lightly with this. We're going to go over the entire top side first. This is going to give them a lot of flavor. A little bit of crunch too, actually. The red pepper, the garlic, the dried garlic, and a few other things. Going to add a little bit of crunch element to it. Once you got it like that, you're going to go ahead, spin these bad boys over. You can do the same thing. Another layer of that seasoning on the bottom. The seasoning smells so good too. You can smell all the little ingredients mixing together. It's almost got like a lemony, herb garlic kind of scent to it. It's very good. Go ahead and the last one. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this into the oven, which is 400 degrees. We're going to put this in there to bake for about 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to keep an eye on them. careful, you don't want it sliding off. We throw those in there, 10 to 15 minutes. We'll be back, don't go nowhere. You're cooking with Kraven. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a Spanish rice prepared. We're gonna use a bag mix, Fiesta sides. Just regular plain old Spanish rice bag mix. You can use this or you can use rice-a-roni. Both are about the same. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this on about medium. We're gonna take our water, got 2 cups of water here. Get our water into the saucepan. Got some vegetable oil. We're gonna put in roughly a tablespoon. This is optional if you want it or not. Just a little bit. That. Then you want to go ahead and get your mix in. Got your rice and the seasons. Then, this is not called for, but this is something I always add to my Spanish rice, always have. Always need to add some fresh chopped tomato. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll put our chopped up tomato in. Now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this mixed around. Mix all the spices in, the tomatoes. Let the rice all get saturated by the water. You want a nice solid red color through the rice all the way through when it's all the way mixed. Make sure there's nothing dry. Everything mixed in real good. Now we're going to cook this for about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Rice takes a while to fully cook and really get to the point that I like. So we're going to let this cook for about 20 minutes. The kebabs are done. We're going to go ahead and pull these bad boys out the oven. Smell fantastic. Looks really good too. Now once you take these out the oven, still got the heat on them, they're smoking hot. We go ahead, we got some fresh shredded Parmesan, not no grated bullshit. You're just gonna wanna put a light layer of this over top of each kebab, just to add that little bit of cheese flavor to it. While they're still hot, it'll melt the cheese into the kebab. You want to do that for each one of these. Give them a nice little layer of cheese. You can smell the cheese melting into it. It smells good. It smells so fucking fantastic. Unbelievable. I wish they had the fucking smell-o-vision for you. Now once you got all the cheese spread out on these, you're gonna want to let them just sit for a minute or two. Let the cheese melt into them. After that happens, you can go ahead and plate your product, which we're gonna do in a minute. Don't go nowhere, you're cooking with Kraven. Okay, so we got everything prepared. We got our pizza chicken kebabs done. We got our Spanish rice to go with it. And we got pizza sauce to dip the kebabs in, plus a cream soda to finish it all out. We're gonna go ahead and give this a little whirl. See what this tastes like. Got a chicken kebab right here. Not gonna lie, even better than I expected. You can taste the Parmesan cheese, the herbs, the Italian dressing really helped hold everything together. And you know, the cut of meat, the chicken is real good. Tastes good, you know what I mean? It's not dry. The vegetables are cooked to perfection. Everything tastes fine. You can go ahead and try our rice. Rice is perfect too. Wash it down. Some cream soda, and that's how it's done. You've been cooking, Klive. in Klive's kitchen. Make sure you tune in next week. We're gonna get into another episode. We'll be cooking whatever the fuck you decide to vote on. I'm out. Peace.
Just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Oh!